We're back. Just like less than 24 hours later since we started. Like
I feel like we just did this.
21.5 since we ended. 2 hours last night. Like, wow.
Yeah, it was an epic show.
It was. And I had a bunch of messages last night about how great the show was. So I think that's good. There's a bunch more that are coming up here soon.
Big plans, big plans. The booking team is hard at work right now.
Yep.
Lining a lot of stuff up so that we can continue to bring quality program to the airwaves of North America.
And although I think right now I see that we only got like one person watching, which is I think it's me on my phone. We got a second. We got who is the first person in the chat? Who is that right there now watching? Make yourself known. It's probably someone on your side because I still only see. I didn't see anyone come in, so it's someone, not somebody that I know.
Let me see. Let me check my feed to see what's in there.
Who's there? We got two people. Who is the two other people that are watching beside me? Put it in the chat. Who are you? We need to know.
Inquiring minds.
Who is here? Who is back for more? And Jake Hackett, yes, you did win the shoes. You came in like later on and was like, who won the shoes? It was you yet.
Well, Derek's here.
Oh, Barrett's the first one. And Brent Kenny is back. How you doing, Brent? Of course, it's Newfoundland. Like I was thinking today. So after Jake and Matt Mearns won last night, do I have to put like the next one and be like, this is not eligible to people in Newfoundland? Let's let the rest of the country have a shot at winning something.
Yeah, I know. Like Newfoundland's like cleaning up. Every raffle you do, it's just going right there.
Yeah. Which I did a quick little thing. I was looking at some stuff over on the YouTube side, and I hadn't really looked at the stats from there much. Just if I do look over at that, I look over it and just see just what the views were, whatever. And I'm fast approaching the 600 subscribers over on that side. Yep, it's these guys. He's the guy that I was talking to. Shouldn't you be trolling someone on the Book of Face right now, Ben?
Hey,
I'm doing this. I can't help you out on that. But yeah,
Ben's the man.
But, we've kind of been going at one guy who's just been a little contradicting himself on the Book of Face. Hey, Candy, on the Book of Face that it's. We were told what was I forget the word now that we were using. Oh, Ben said it's past his bedtime. I forget the word someone said that I said no, we're not going after this person. We're just ridiculing them because
Listen, do I need to drive to Canada?
No. Actually, no, you don't.
Okay.
No, you don't.
Listen, I got my new passport. I'm ready to use it.
You do not. To help with this person, you don't even need to leave your country.
Okay. Listen, you tell me where I need to be. I'll be there.
Actually, Brighton, Michigan.
Listen, that's a hop, skip, and a jump for you. Well, Brighton, Michigan, though, is actually easy for me to go up and come around.
Well, it was last weekend.
No, but I'm just saying, for me to drive there, it's better for me to go up through Canada and come back down.
Yep.
Right near Toronto.
So, how about that show last night? Was that not?
It was a great show. I think, Jordan just has so much knowledge and love of the game. It just made it that much easier.
Yes. And it did not feel like a 2-hour show. Okay, but he's not Brighton. That's Bo. He's in another part of Michigan.
Somewhere.
Still, no, just that show. Like most of our longer shows that do fly by, but that one there was even more.
Well, and that's the thing. I think, and Ben in the chat can kind of chime in here. When you have a really great guest and you kind of get into the conversation, it just makes it so much easier. And you don't really see the time. Like, there's that little red time above your head right over there in the corner.
Yeah.
But I didn't even look at it last night because it was just such a fun, natural conversation.
Yeah, I looked at it a few times just to kind of see just kind of where we were in the show and what we're going to do. Because I know we got to just about the hour mark, and I'm not sure if I messaged you or not, or I was just thinking it. I could have just been thinking it. I was going to say, let's go about another 15 minutes.
You were thinking it because you didn't send me anything.
And then I looked and I was like, oh, we're at an hour and a half. Okay, let's go like another 15 minutes. And I was like, okay, let's get it to the 11 o'clock.
Yeah, it was a great talk. I mean, we probably could have got on for another couple hours.
We could have, but it was. The other thing is, it wasn't just a great show for us. It was also a great show for Jordan because he was able to test out the chair. Because we had talked about the nursery, little inside baseball. He was sitting in the actual nursery, and he was like, "Hey, you know what? This chair actually works. It's a comfortable chair to sit in for a couple hours." Ashley, we can.
He's going to be very soon. He's going to be doing a lot of work in that chair when the baby comes. I mean, he's going to spend a lot of time in that room.
And as Ben said, there time flies with a good hang, and he has had some epic ones over on his channel. Like there's been like some 5-6 hour. He's gone live when the sun is shining, and then finished the show as the sun was coming up. But yeah. See, we got John Clark in the chat. We got Candy. We got as we said, Brett Kenny, and then the always here, Mr. Derek Barrett, and then Marky Berry.
Marky jumping in. What's going on there?
See, Marky.
Hey, today's
from
also
what I
day.
read, from what I've heard today, Marky kind of did okay in rounders. Then kind of crapped the bed in the playoffs.
Oh, did Marky go to a tournament today?
Oh, that's what he put on Facebook. So that's what I read. It was
on the Book of Face.
Yep.
Okay.
Maybe he was up too late last night.
Maybe listen, we kept a lot of people up last night.
Well, I left early. I left the post show early because I had to go and deal with a bunch of 7-year-olds this morning and all day. And yeah.
Ah, Wicked Axe. Okay, right around the corner.
Good day, Mr. Taft. Mark, I did see all of your messages in the chat last night. But we just had some. It was just. I don't know how Ben does it with us, like 70 people in his chat. Sometimes we were pretty steady with like 25. It was a good steady run last night, right? So, but
it's always good when we can get all the friends in and have some great conversations.
Yep.
But Doug, today's a big day. It is Steve Bernaset's birthday today.
Yeah, you know what? I did see that just before I came on here. I seen when I went to send you the link. I'd seen on the Book of Face that it was his birthday. Because there's a couple other birthdays that I know. The one guy that's passed. Yeah, you're used to dealing with rowdy crowds. but yeah, seen Mr. Steven Bernaset's birthday. I wonder what he's doing right now.
I don't know. I texted him. He texted me back, said thank you. That was the end of the conversation.
If I'm guessing correctly, he's probably at some EDM show.
Probably. He likes his foam parties and glow sticks. So probably. But Doug, today also marks 61 days to Newfoundland.
Yep. So 60 days until we will be meeting at the airport.
Yeah, but that's
the 28th.
59 days till we meet at the airport, right? Are we going Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. 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 Your guests you have on, Ben, they're pretty talented.
They are pretty talented. Listen, the host.
Does Canada have a collegiate? We have one, not like yours, John, and it's not at this time of the year.
What do you guys call it? Basketball A?
Yeah, I'm not even sure what I don't even think they have a real name for it. It's just finals.
Summer solstice?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly when that is.
The Peach Bucket Classic?
No, but we do have the Naismith Classic in town here.
But Doug, one other thing.
Yes.
75 days until Bag and Bash.
I unfortunately will not be there.
It's okay. We'll forgive you this year, but we got to work on next year.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Ben, basketball was invented in Springfield, Massachusetts. That's why the Basketball Hall of Fame is there. That's right, Marky. Bag and Bash, 75 days. We get to hang out with my bestie, Candy Girl. And right now, 1 Canadian.
Might be 3.
Might be 3, but
Not
right
me.
now it's 1. Who we haven't seen on the show in a while.
No, she was in the chat last night.
Yeah.
And she was in the post show last night. See, Ben's just going to go at you here now. And then you want to talk about her, and she shows up. Michelle is in the chat.
What is going on, Mish? Candy's excited. Listen, I'm excited about Chip's Burgers. I don't know what everybody else is going to eat and drink during Bag and Bash, but I'm just going to scarf all those down.
Actually, I did see a thing on the Book of Face that when we are in St. John's, we are going to have to go to the Goulds to Keats Diner.
What is that?
Looked like there was some pretty good scoff there for us to have. So
what?
You'll find out.
Seriously, like my doctor's not going to be happy about me being in Canada. Like this whole I got to try cheesies and now scoff and then some screech. I mean, I'm going to have to fast 3 weeks before.
See, well, that's, the cheesies are probably scoff as well.
Oh, a dinner. How fancy.
It's a diner. It's not a dinner. It's a diner.
It's a diner. Dinner.
No, it's not crusty. It's just good scoff.
Seriously. Why do you have to rename everything? You guys are like the...
It's not renaming anything.
Ugh, seriously.
We're going to have someone on to have you... Oh, wait there. See, look at Ben knows.
Hawkins Cheesies. Yes, that's what it is, Ben. I've been doing my Canadian research, so...
Apparently, Barrett needs his hearing aid checked.
That's what you said, Doug. You said you were picking up Saturday night.
No.
That's what I heard. You were the one that keeps telling us we got to go down to that street.
So they're actually not made in Newfoundland. They're made in Belleville.
Really?
Yeah.
And then they ship them over there?
I guess, yeah.
Wow. Look at that. Some cheesy Bellevue cheesies.
Belleville, not View.
Bellevue.
There's no view in Belleville. I'll tell you that right now. Ben will agree with me. There's no view in Belleville.
But,
no, I plan, and I'm not ashamed of this year. I plan on doing the same thing I did last year on the Saturday night. that was just see a different person at the bar and go up and say, "Hey, you got this round?" And then I just Irish goodbye, off I go. Yep. And it was a very good night.
I do have to start getting some more Skittles money.
Okay. Well, with Smarties. You can get some Smarties money as well.
Listen, like I told you when I was up there before, I felt bad tipping in coins. Even though it was $1, it just felt wrong to me because it wasn't paper.
Well.
But, so, question.
Okay.
The U.S. always gets kind of blamed for tipping around the world because it's not like a really big thing when you get to Europe and some other places like that. Is tipping big in Canada?
If the service is good.
Or if Adam's there?
Or if Adam's there, I don't think he really cares. Yeah, Michelle has one. I got sent one. I didn't get. Michelle did not send me her video yet, but I do have one.
I did see a video. I don't know who was filming it, but I did see a video with the what do you call him, the Screech Master or whatever his name is.
Well, yeah. So that was I had that on the down and back page here, but there's also a video that someone took of me at Broderick's on Saturday night. There's a couple. Michelle has one, and then I got sent another one by Simone Davidek.
Were you a little tipsy?
Possibly, and a song that I had not heard in a very long time.
Ooh, did it get you in your feels, or you doing good?
Just it was a good song.
Okay.
And yeah,
you do a little karaoke.
From the dance floor, yes.
Okay.
So it was a very good night. It's one that and I've talked to you about that I really don't. Going out, I try to do like the company line, just professional, whatever. But there, nope. Gone.
I do have to say one thing to Candy in the chat. I can't wait to see Mish again down there. But Marky Berry has said that he does not need a VIP wrist bracelet for Bag and Bash because he doesn't want to go in the room at all. So I might just give that one to his wife instead. So don't worry about it.
Yep, I'm sure he said that.
He did. He speaks to me. Yeah. But Bag and Bash is going to be fun. But Newfoundland, I think, is going to be epic. I say, really?
It is. And then, unfortunately, I think we're going to miss a lot of the Americans that came up before.
Yeah.
Like, especially last year. But I still think it's going to be a good time, nonetheless.
It's going to be a blast. I mean, we do lose out on some of the pro action because you're talking, that's signature 1, right? Somewhere in there?
No, 2.
2. Signature 2.
Number 1, remember we talked about this last night.
Listen, I have short-term memory and beer damage.
Okay.
Listen, I don't remember dates. I
think it's more of short-term beer and memory damage.
Listen, I don't remember dates. I don't remember geography. I just show up. Just point me in the direction.
I could say something to that, but I won't. Because it's, yeah. As Candy say, yep, just call you Dory.
You can't call me Dory. That's Marky's wife's name.
So St. John's will be pretty good. I think we've got. I'm gonna say we're gonna have some preview shows coming up on that.
Yeah,
we'll have some special guests coming in for that as well.
So just some special guests. We'll also do a little bit of a breakdown.
We will, yep.
With who we think is going to be some of the best matchups that are going to be there, and then maybe even talk to some people, bring them in so that they can talk about how they're doing. Because I know right now we just had a whole slew of provincials this past weekend and maybe this weekend too. So we'll see what's going to go on as we get closer and closer to the big event.
I'm trying to think here for Mark at the YouTube side, but where and when is the next cornhole event there? Mark, I will get in contact with you. I will message you about that because maybe we can come down. Maybe I'll go down to we can do something with Keaton in Oshawa or Adam down in Peterborough.
Now, is Mark right around you?
No, Mark is down in Bell without a view.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he is down with Ben. He is actually, when Ben used to gig, Mark was Ben's roadie.
Oh, okay. All right. Rock on.
No, which actually him and Ben do play cornhole a lot on the if you're driving down the 401 in Belleville, you'll see them playing out on Ben's front lawn a lot of the time.
Wait, is Mark one of the people you can see on the Google Maps?
Yeah, it is Mark and Ben on the Google Maps. Yes,
that is amazing. Look at fun fact, kids.
Yeah, but no, Mark really surprised me. He's gotten a lot better. Ben said, but Ben really, I wasn't sure because Ben's not the best gauge of talent for cornhole. Just saying.
Not for nothing.
He's a better musician than cornhole player. Just like I'm a better cornhole player than a musician. And before Ben says it in the chat, only instrument I know how to play, radio.
Ooh, not even the triangle?
Maybe.
Were you the kid that they always gave like the maraca in the corner?
I never had to do that.
Really?
Yep.
Yes.
Because Sato, we have nothing else to do.
Yeah, we got nothing better to do with our lives. It's not like we're gonna go win a tournament. That's just not happening.
Not at all. Not at all. Mark, you saying more cowbell? Yeah.
More cowbell. More.
But
do you know he still despises that thing to this day? Mm-hmm. Where he tells like Will Ferrell how he ruined his life because of that one stupid skit.
Yeah.
Oh, see, he scored 12 last summer.
Yeah.
Was that the entire summer or is that in a game?
No, I got to play a couple of games with Mark there down in Belleville when I went down for a family thing that Mark was at. So it's a pretty good time. So yes, I want to really get him out to a tournament just to kind of get him a thing because I think he would be in the seniors division. I think he would do well. So
okay. Listen, I only have 3 years before I'm in the senior division.
I've got 3.5.
Yeah, listen. 55 comes quick, baby.
Yeah, 3.5.
3.5.
I had quick math there. I was like, ooh.
It looked pretty painful.
Well, it kind of was a bit painful, yeah.
Did you have to take your shoes off there?
Almost.
No, but we got some big. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I say there's some big stuff going on. We got Newfoundland, we got Bag and Bash, the Signature Series kicking off.
Yep.
And then you have
then we've got Nationals coming up in July.
Yeah.
And then Worlds. I'm still not sure about Worlds yet for myself. I've got to make that phone call here this week.
But then you also have Adam's big one too, right? Which is
yes,
Cornapalooza.
Cornapalooza,
right?
Yeah, up in Lindsay, Ontario. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm still unsure if I'm going to be able to make that one as well. I want to get to it.
Because Cornapalooza is right around. Was it Nationals or Cornapalooza was right around Spencer's? Spencer's is like late August.
Yeah, the Nationals has been moved up.
Okay.
Because Nationals was weekend of.
It was the same exact weekend last year, wasn't it?
Spencer's, yes.
Yeah. So there was a lot of Canadians that had to make a big decision, either go to Spencer's or play Nationals, and a lot opted to Nationals just because of standing.
Yes. Let me see. Cornapalooza 2025. It is July 11th to July 14th.
Okay.
So the weekend before Nationals. Up here. Oh, there. Look, I think all we have to do is just say something on the show, and then they appear.
Listen, we just willed them into existence.
Yeah, like there's Adam there. Yeah, see, July 11th. I didn't even need to go and search it because Adam just shows up. So Mark Taft on the YouTube side, Adam Hubbard on the Facebook side. We're going to go to an event of his in Peterborough. Adam, if you can kind of schedule a tournament just for Mark and I to go to so we can win it, fantastic. I know you're the guy to do that.
Just schedule it so nobody else can see it.
Yes.
That's how Doug will win it.
So then I can get another plaque from Peterborough Cornhole.
Did they make that one for you out of pity, or?
No. It was a second annual ugly Christmas sweater tournament, and I got third place in the competitive division. Partnered with Dave Hubbard, Adam's brother.
Really?
Yep. I think I should have won for best ugliest Christmas sweater.
Oh, I've heard this story before. You feel you got screwed, but like, come on.
No, I wore a Leafs jersey.
Oh, that is the ugliest sweater out there. You should have won.
Yeah, I should. Yeah. And then the other board that we have, you'll be able to sign this in St. John's. Is the down and back cornhole board with the you've been on the show. You're Canadian. You sign in red. American. You sign in blue.
So I get to sign in black.
Sure.
Or silver, because of my.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but the question is, Doug, are we doing mohawks for?
We could. I thought we were going to keep that a secret, but sure.
Let's just do it. Fuck it. Let's tell everybody. Here we go. There are no secrets on this show. Listen, we only 5 people are going to know it anyways.
Yeah.
I have my beautiful cup. You like my cup?
I just seen that. Yes.
This Bluetooth speaker.
Oh yeah.
Comes off.
Okay. I had seen that another company had those.
Yeah, one of my Joe Boggs out of Iowa, somewhere around there, made it for me. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Mark, me and you can play. We can play a game. I'm not that good, but I'll play.
I'm just trying to see something here.
There's one game I'm good at. It's mini boards. I'll play anybody in mini boards. What's up, Big Al? Al Castro joining the chat. What are you trying to find there, Doug? You have to switch.
I'm just trying to see something here.
Do you have to switch to your readers?
No, I just have to go up and down with those. I got the bifocals.
Oh, the bifocals, but you got to hold it out here.
It's like if I'm reading it, I just gotta look like I'm just agreeing with you, and I'm reading it. I thought I had it here. I thought I just had it. It was easy to get to, but apparently I did not have it easy to get to. But you can talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. All right, here's a question. If you would want to see 2 players meet in the finals, one Canadian, one American, who would it be? Or who would you want as a Canadian to partner up with an American and play internationally for the North America Cup or the World Cup? We should do World Cup.
People to play against each other, because I would like to see it in person, right?
Yeah.
Would be Dion Kuza and Gavin Cano.
Okay.
Because they play a lot against each other in Texas. right? Or because we need the best 2 out of 3 rubber match, Derek Barrett and Trey Birchfield.
Derek. Oh yeah, Derek did beat Trey once. Wow.
Derek beat Trey. Yeah.
Wow, that was a bad day for Trey.
Yeah, he finished what? Second. Derek finished. Oh no, where'd you finish, Derek? I think Derek still might finish top 10. I'm not sure.
I thought he was like 5th or 6th in that tournament. I think somewhere in there.
I'm not sure.
I think he did. Yeah. Doug, Al's saying that me and you should be playing against each other.
Was that what we talked about, like having the rounders, not having that on the broadcast? and Al just said that. As Derek says, second game was a bad day for Derek.
Yeah, and I think it was tough. Yeah, you did finish near the top.
Adam wants to know if anyone, because Adam's going down to Talladega.
Okay.
Is there anyone from Georgia that will be going to Talladega, or the West Georgia guys?
Is it a tournament? Is it the race? Is it both?
The race. Talladega. Come on.
No, but a lot of I'm asking because
hey,
stop. A lot of times they do tournaments in the parking lot. I know one of the guys from what's his name? Gosh, damn it. Gas House Cornhole used to do tournaments at some of the races.
He only did Heath Jenkins.
Yeah, Heath. There you go. Damn it. But Heath would do tournaments. There it is, right there, Gas House. I got a couple upstairs. I got the orange and blue was one of my favorites.
I got 2 white ones. I've got the camo for the Memorial Day, and I've got the white and red for Worlds, the Canadian Worlds.
Okay.
So what I was going to do here is just hold on a second.
Now, Adam, are you driving down, bringing a camper down, or are you flying to the race itself?
Adam, I think Adam usually drives.
Drives?
Yes.
Does he do like the camper infield thing? Can you do that there?
He's on the infield. Oh, and Nicole, the better half of the Hubbards is here. Nicole is here. I think she did her first Dega. Was it last year? I think she did Dega for the first time. But for here, so for people who are talking about the Mohawk stuff, because a lot of people are new and they don't really remember, I'm not sure how well you'll be able to hear this. Okay, so it's.
Are you showing the?
I'm.
You gonna show the Canadian snowdrift? Is that what you're doing? Infield turn 4. That's awesome. Like right there. She said she's been going since like 2008. She's like old dirt.
Were you the I don't know then.
That's the one thing I think I have to put on the bucket list is doing a race in the infield, like getting a camper and going there and hanging out. I've done races where I get to go in the infield because I had the track pass, but I've never actually like stayed at the track itself.
It's gotta be that is the thing that you have to do.
It's got to be a much different experience.
Oh yeah, it's a total different experience. Something that you do have to do.
Do you get to see some of the drivers kind of hanging out and everything too, or depends on the race, depends on where it is?
Yeah, depends on where you are at. Like, so now when I went, we did get to see more of the drivers just because the people I camped with were involved with some of the teams. They had some inside stuff.
Yeah,
that you could do it, or and we also where we camped, we were right near the driver coach a lot, right? So I could see them. There's a bunch of stories that are on the show that Ben and I did on the NAS Canucks.
Mark, we are using StreamYard for this stream.
Yep. Okay, so let's see. Try and go here now. Let's see, I'm not sure how good the sound will be. I'll see if I can get this here now. There. So with did it come up there? Can we see it? Yeah, we can see it. Okay, I'm not sure how good the sound will be on this here.
I just got off looking at down and back.
Can you hear that?
He picked us, Don.
Well, not only did he pick us, he looks like one of us.
He does. He does.
He did the pure white mohawk.
It's remarkable. Remarkable.
It looks like a Canadian snowdrift on top of his head. It is so amazing.
I'll tell you what. That is if you want to I would love to call him an American hero, but we know he's Canadian. So, but that thing is looking flush. It is looking money.
He means more to me than Canadian bacon, and that's going somewhere.
So yeah.
The good old days.
That was the you know what, it's we kind of say, because when we all kind of start off at the same time, but for me, because I did that when you guys recorded that, I did that video probably maybe an hour, 2 hours at most before you guys recorded that night. And
yeah, it was fresh in our mind as we were recording.
But for me, being the one guy who was the smaller show at the time still, but that was one of my first, you know what, maybe I have made it type of moments, right?
Listen, you made it. Look where you are today.
Well, yeah.
Now we're
Nicole,
besties.
I would love to go to Dega. Adam and I have even talked about sometime him taking me to Dega, then I taking him to Charlotte. But yeah, but that was one of the times where I felt like it was really you know what, getting talked about without actually being on a show, right? So,
and look where we are today. We're besties.
Yeah,
and we're almost countrymen.
11th province, my friend. 11th. But yeah, it was that was a fun time with doing, because that was during COVID as well.
Well, that was during COVID where we really got to explore more and do a lot of different stuff. We talk about all the time where there was always this kind of fake controversy between all the shows.
Yep.
Where we were all friends in the background.
Well, and just not to interrupt you, but I'm going to interrupt you anyway. We talked about that last night with Jordan, how there's the rivalries on the court that you see. It's almost like wrestling, right? Where they go and they'll wrestle, and then on the way home, they're all sharing a cab to the airport or whatever, right? Or they're taking the same vehicle to the next thing. Because you go to these events and, you can have all this animosity on the boards, but then they're all talking and having fun afterwards.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, there still needs to be some of that in the sport to get the pop, right?
Yeah.
To keep it moving forward, because the game we play can be pretty GD boring.
Yes.
Because if you watch people just throwing 4-bagger after 4-bagger after 4-bagger in all the time between throwing bags and flippity floppities and all that other crap in between, it can be really, really dry. It's almost like old baseball before the pitch clock.
Well, and then we got into that last night as well with the round limited. We got people who like it, people that don't like it. I think it brings more to the game. There's more of a chess match, right? Because unless you're up, you don't want to have that 4-bagger wash, right? You want to try and make something happen.
Yeah, you got it. You got to make the board dirty. You got to try to force the people into an error. There's a lot of different things you have to do, especially if you're battling back with, 12. Was it 12 rounds that they were doing, 12 to 14 rounds? That makes it a little harder because you give up a 2 and then give up a 1, then give up a 2. You're down 5 points already, and you only got 3 or 4 rounds left. That's going to hurt you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, it's and then it also, like I said, for the broadcasters, it makes me know that I'm not going to have a 45-hour match that I'm calling where it's just okay. Yep, there it is. I'm just searching for stuff to talk about.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's really what it comes down to. I mean, when you're sitting there broadcasting for 8 to 10 hours a day, it gets pretty tough.
Yeah.
Where sometimes you got to rehab. I've seen people even on the ACL feed where they're like, "Oh, you guys talked about that yesterday." It's like there's not much to talk about. There really isn't. Like, I remember back in the day when everybody's like, "Stop talking about her working at Taco Bell." I'm like, but that's what she does for a day job. And then, you're not going to go deep into personal stuff. You're trying to keep it kind of, high level and have the conversation moving forward. So you really don't want to go too deep on someone's life, even if you know it. And people get all upset. They're like, well, let's make it interesting. Let's not talk about that. It's like, you got to talk about something.
And I've even caught myself on some live feeds where I'm like, okay, I know most of you have probably heard this story before, but there's for the new people, right? That it's,
Listen, some broadcasters never even knew that Matt Guy and Brett Guy were father and son. I mean,
some people didn't know that Eric Ryder and Trey Ryder were father and son.
I mean, seriously, you should not be behind the desk if you don't know who the people are.
Or then some people shouldn't be driving a bus either. But then, but yeah, it's there's only so many times that you can say that Derek Barrett names his bags the privateers, but it's
Don't you know?
It's a song. Come on.
Is it by that Canadian band?
An American that moved to Canada.
Who would do that?
Mr. Stan Rogers. But yeah, it's a fun gig. I was kind of talking to someone about it this afternoon at work about whether I would do it full time or not. And I think for as much as, yeah, Derek, you're a lonely man on a Halifax pier. That for as much as I detest sometimes that all the talks that we've had, I still think full time doing this here, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Listen,
right?
If I could quit the day job and make enough money doing this and traveling and live feeding and doing a lot of stuff and still have decent health care, sign me up. I am out.
I'd still have that.
What's that?
I said I'd still have that.
Yeah, you still have to wait for it.
Not really.
But listen, I'd do it in a heartbeat. I would honestly, if I could make a living doing this without the grind, because I want to be able to just have fun and have conversations like me and you have all the time.
Yeah. I still think you're going to have the grind.
But the grind is different. It's not the day-to-day grind, right? It's more of reaching out to people, trying to, get the content, do other stuff. That makes it a much different dynamic.
Yeah.
Right? Where instead of showing up every day and have to fix people's mail and other stuff like that and deal with the messiest thing in the whole wide world, other people,
mm-hmm.
I would do it in a heartbeat.
It's not exactly free, Mr. Castro.
Yeah, you get taxed a little bit on it.
Well, you get taxed on it.
I paid a carbon tax today.
Yeah,
I bought a soda. So that has like carbon in it, right?
it was carbonated.
But listen, Dougie, big things coming. Big things.
Yep.
For this show, for all of us. And you know what? If there's somebody out there that has a big event and you want us to show up, we're not that expensive.
No, we're pretty cheap.
We're pretty cheap. We'll come. We'll set up. We'll talk to the people. We might even do some live feeding too. We'll commentate.
Yep.
All we need is just some place to rest our heads and cover a couple costs here and there. We're not expensive.
Mm-hmm.
We'll come hang out. We'll meet your people. We'll even sign autographs.
I've done that a time or two.
You have, yeah?
I have, yep.
I don't sign many autographs. I'm like the celebrities that just walk right past the kids.
I think I did like 3.
I was live for somebody that had Brandon Greba sign their bags.
Oh, yeah?
Because they had Titan bags, and they're like, can you sign these for us? Like, why do you want him to sign them? There's like 3 pros at the table right over there that can sign them for you. But they wanted him. I think we
signed a replica jersey of mine that someone had made.
Really?
Yes.
Did it have all the bags on the bottom hem of the jersey? As it missed the board? What?
No. So, another one that we talk about all the time. Like, we talked coming in, like, what do you want to talk about? Well, we're just gonna go with it. We'll talk a little about last night, talk about a little what's coming up, and I'll see you later, Wayne. We've gone 45 minutes here.
Yeah, and we had absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. So if anyone has any questions for us, throw it in the chat. We will, within reason, Mr. Clark. I know that he'd be the one that asked that dumb question.
Well, no,
No, John, it's not a dumb question. It's just that question. Barrett, that goes for you too. But yeah.
Now, where is Wayne? Is Wayne in the...
Wayne is the Adam Hisner of the West.
Oh, okay. There he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's way out
Wayne,
west.
we are still working on those bags for you, sir.
What's that? The hat bags?
Yeah, the Hisner ones.
The booms?
Mm-hmm.
I did order the Titan hat that is the floppy hat.
Okay.
I can't rock it as well as Adam, but I'll still look at him good.
So the other thing that I learned this week, I can't really talk much about it, is that the ones to watch on the Canadian side, yeah, Mark, I'll get that in a second, but what's my, you know what? I'm not sure if I even have one. Look to possibly have 5 opens next year. Not saying it's going to happen, but I think it's a good possibility. Ooh. I'm not even sure if the Mendoza line comes into play on this one.
On your what? On your PPR?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far to date this year, since when did we start? September? October,
yeah.
I've played 38 games.
All right, what's the number though? Like
38 games.
Listen, my PPR is more than 7
I have not met the minimum requirement for the CPI.
Listen, my PPR right now is a 6.47.
Well, my point is above yours. My point number,
What's your point number?
5.8. Because you're what? You said you were a 0.46?
6.47.
Okay, 4.7. Mine's a 0.58.
4.
First number is a little lower. But the point after the numbers after the point. No,
Listen,
I'm a 4.58.
My
I said
bar,
I played 31 games. So I was right, 38 games.
my bar tab is bigger than my PPR.
So is mine, actually.
Staying hot, baby. Staying hot at the 6.47.
But that's what it is when you're going to have fun. My PPR is, like that's, like I said, like when I go to the fun nights, which I'm going to be able to get to do tomorrow night, is that it totally ruins my rep because I'm having fun. I'm putting bags in the hole. It's just, I don't have a care in the world.
Listen, the work one you went to, you were throwing like airmails and like nailing.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the fun one, right? I'm hoping to come soon, Byron. I know I had some great times out there with you when I was out in Calgary. Hoping to come soon. I'm going to try and make it work. I'm not sure. There was one airline who was not flying out of Kitchener. You have to start doing it. Nicole, actually, I'm not sure if you were in here. Mark Taft, who's in the chat on the YouTube side, he needs to get into a regular tournament. So I want to get him either down to Keaton or to you guys because he's in Belleville. So I want to get him out to something so to get him over to your area. And since you're only like an hour away from him, I think that'd be good. But I always have great times in Peterborough.
Is everything in Canada an hour away?
Something like that. You know what? For me, the tournament's down in Peterborough with Adam and Nicole. Actually, Nicole runs it, so it's kind of like Nicole and Adam. Is that I stay in their front yard. They sleep in their front yard, and then I get like breakfast. It's like the best, hands down, the best events ever.
Now, are you on the lawn or do you bring your camper?
They put their camper on their front lawn.
They put, okay. You said the front lawn. I just didn't know.
Yeah, the games go late night in the driveway, and then I just sleep on the lawn. Yep.
Okay. That sounds like a great time.
Oh, no, you know what? If I would really love to have you come up to an event in Peterborough because for anyone who has not been to an event in Peterborough, you have to go. They are Nicole's nice. She gives me a blanket. But there's the people in Peterborough. They're competitive, but saying this isn't a slight against them. They're competitive, but they don't care. Right? They're more making sure everyone has fun, and that it's just a whole fun time.
Vita on pitch says road trip.
Is he near you?
I don't know. Well, I'm gonna. Oh, he's near me. Yeah, that's Forked. Yes, okay. Yeah, that is near me.
Yep. Great friend of Donnie's there.
Listen, I drank a lot and played cornhole.
Yep.
But no, so Peterborough.
Gibby's back. You know what? Nicole. I got to find my shirt. I cannot find my shirt that I need to wear for Gibby.
So, Doug,
because the only time I wore it.
How far is Peterborough from you?
About an hour and a half.
A boot?
Yep.
Is that southwest? Where?
West.
Southwest or just west?
West.
All right. So that's what? Probably 10 or 11 for me? Because I think it's 9-ish to you for me. 9-ish, 10.
You would probably cross at Watertown, New York.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
No, that's where it is. It's Watertown, New York, on the American side. Trust me, I've crossed there before.
The Waze just tells me which way to go.
Okay, you've got Watertown, New York. You got Niagara Falls. You're
Listen,
doing Watertown, New York.
okay. Watertown it is. Sold.
Actually, you're right. Sorry, Nicole. I am west of them. They are east of me.
Nicole, can't take this guy anywhere. He says I'm bad at geography.
Harris Beach Spirits, my friends. Harris Beach Spirits. Yeah. But no, they are a great group of people. You've got it's not just you, Nicole.
It's not just you. We're all confused.
No, but no, you got Gibby down there, Steve Gibson. You've got Brian St. John. Not his name. But yeah, and the whole group is a lot of fun, and much like this show, the tournaments are fun. After parties are epic. Is all I've got to say. Yeah, right, yeah, Nicole. It's St. John. It's the story with that is Brian, and Dave Hubbard came down to a tournament here in Kitchener. And it's when St. John's was first getting the league going. So I was doing a lot of talking about St. John's during a live feed. And Brian St. Thomas kept popping up. And I called him St. John the whole day. Because that's just what I do most of the time. Right? So.
Hey, it happens.
Yeah.
I screw names up all the time, as you can see.
Or you just don't know people.
I don't know anybody. I just throw bags and drink beers.
Yeah, Donnie would live for the after parties, except he just goes to the hotel and falls asleep.
Listen, I drove 6 hours white knuckling through the mountains of New Hampshire and almost died. I got a little tired, and then I ordered 3 meals. Yeah, listen, it was a rough night. It was a long weekend. And all you had was those foo-foo designer beers.
It wasn't me. I didn't have them.
No, but you were there, so you're ACL Canada to me, so.
That was the venue. Wasn't me. But hey, I did take you to Boston Pizza.
Yeah, I went to Boston Pizza in Quebec, and they didn't really even have pizza.
They had really big beer, though.
They had really big beer. It was really good. Mark, cornhole in the Olympics is being worked on, but that is a tough one. I've talked a lot about this over the last 6 to 8 years. And to get it into the Olympics,
we even talked a bit about it last night, the issues what it could have for going into the Olympics.
No, but
we didn't talk about that specifically. The issues were mentioned last night a bit.
Yeah, listen. It'd be cool, but there's a lot of stuff that needs to happen before it gets there.
We are getting close globally for number of players.
Yeah.
Or number of countries that play.
All right, Doug, we're about to hit the hour mark. Listen, for 2 knuckleheads that had nothing to talk about.
That's what we do, right?
That's what we do. Because, Doug, what are we doing?
We are just... Oh, wrong hand. You're over there. No, point the other way, other way. No, other way. There you go. Yeah, right. We're just winging it down. That's just kind of what we are. That's, you know what, the people that have come on with the show the last few months here Steve Markey, have just been, they're the ones that kind of help me keep going and just kind of rejuvenate me to go as well, is winging it. And then especially Cornude's coming on here in the last little bit. It's just like we say, I've had my struggles here in the last little bit. Graham with ECC has been kind of talking to me a bit as well. That and he's called it the underground community that follows me that I'm sometimes not aware of, but it's much appreciated.
Listen, we're here for the people, and it's the people that keep us moving forward, right? There's days where we sit there and go, why are we doing this? What makes us compelled to want to talk about this silly game because there's way too many people out there that make it tough. Right?
Oh, and and we've even talked about as well is that there's been so many people that have come along and started stuff and thought it was going to be easy, and have fallen off because it's we say we got nothing on a Saturday night. The family wants to, like, you last week you went for the date night, you went and had that. I was away and I fell asleep. But yeah, it still it takes time away from the family.
Well, it takes time from everything, right? Because I mean, even just to be able to talk about the game and be able to speak intelligently about what's going on, or even just to do the broadcasts, the live feeds, you have to watch so much stuff.
Well, yeah, like I was away and I'm trying to drive and I've got the phone on, sitting on the dash, just to try and listen to the live feed. I got Karma and Grayson in the car with me as well, and they're like, "What are you doing listening to us here?" Like, we are, like, trying to do the homework.
It's a lot of homework, kids. Like, I've seen a lot of fly-by-night people that just think they get a couple cameras and they're now a cornhole production company, and it's really hard to do, especially when you're trying to coordinate guests, trying to coordinate each other.
Yep.
Because I know my schedule changes all the time. Yours does too, based on working days, working nights.
Yep.
I mean, the two of us just staying in contact, just trying to figure out where we're going to go, what we're going to do. Like, this whole Newfoundland thing has been a year and a half in the making.
Yep.
Because last year I couldn't make it because of too much stuff came up with the family and everything else. So, I mean, coordination is key, but also time. Time is the one thing we can never get back.
Nope.
And it just makes it that much harder to be able to do it, especially when you've got some people that don't make it fun.
No, and that's where, for me, that's where I think, and I'm kind of glad Matt has put this word in the schedule for St. John's, is that we have the grind, and you'll know, and you'll see it when you get to St. John's. It just those batteries get rejuvenated while I'm there. Not sure if it's just there's the family ties with the whole being in that area, but everything just goes, and it's like, you know what? I want to strive. I want to keep this here going. Right? There's that Matthew Wilder song that, nothing's going to break my stride. That's what I kind of get in my head when I'm down there, because I'm just going to keep pushing on with this here. You can, the stuff that can bring you down sometimes pops up there, but it's just, I'm not even, it's not even a bother.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right, Doug, we've given the people a pretty good show.
Oh. With only 4 thumbs up, we need more of those thumbs up. But it's everyone know. But really, for me, it's the views. I go and I look back when we do our post show stuff and whatever. I check out what views we have on the show, and it's like, holy crap, we had this, or holy crap, we had that, and it's just, it still boggles my mind that there's just, all of you will sit there and listen to us go on, because when I'm talking with Karma, she's starting to kind of get a bit more, but it's just me down here talking to myself in the basement. Right? Because really, that's what it was. Those first couple of years of doing the show was just, you're on the struggle bus to get that going, and to try and keep the momentum go up, and then you feel like yourself, I'm getting the momentum. I've talked with Ben about this so many times. It's like, okay, I feel like I'm getting the break. And then it's like, come on, it's like, no, I think this is my big thing to get going. But it's just,
listen, I keep this beside me, which is my itemized bill for last year from the wife.
Yeah.
And I look at the cost that I had to the game last year, but I also look at the cost to my family and some other stuff that I miss. Right.
Yep.
That's the stuff you can't get back. But I love doing it. I'm going to continue to keep doing it as long as I can get the gratitude and everything else out of it. Right.
Yep.
And I like to keep traveling just to meet amazing people.
Well, yeah, and that's my big thing is because we've got so many great new players that come along, and every open now is just yeah, but it's just seeing all these new players, and that's what keep them going, just trying to help them out. So it's that's my big thing.
All right, Dougie, send them all off with a great greetings and salutations.
Again, as always, be nice to everybody. I'm not going to go into the whole Ben spiel because he already says I rip him off enough. But he's got his. Just be nice to everybody. Go out there, have fun, and just don't worry about that whole payout thing because you know what? You could be going somewhere and playing tier 3 for 30%.
Listen, throw your bags. Don't worry about sponsors, and just have fun.
Exactly. We are not back next week. I won't be here next week. Do we do a Sunday show next week?
Maybe we move to Sunday. Why not?
Because I can't talk about it. Okay.
Listen,
well,
life is happening.
Yes. Yep.
Life is happening next week.
Yep.
I know the life, but life happens, kids.
See you later.